Have you noticed that your legs don't feel as reliable as they once did? That standing up takes more effort, stairs feel heavier, or balance feels just a little off? These changes are common after 60, but they're often misunderstood. Weak legs in seniors are not an unavoidable part of aging, and simply walking more, while helpful, is rarely enough to reverse the problem. The truth is that leg strength and aging follow specific biological patterns, and when those patterns are addressed correctly, real improvement becomes possible. Muscle loss happens faster than most people expect, especially in the legs, and it can feel sudden. One day, everyday movements feel normal, and the next they require extra effort and attention. This isn't laziness or a lack of willpower, it's a natural process that affects balance, confidence, and independence. When lower body strength over 60 begins to decline, balance is often the first thing to suffer, making ordinary tasks feel less secure and increasing the risk of falls. What often goes unnoticed is how quickly confidence follows physical decline. When movement feels risky, activity decreases, and that creates a cycle that accelerates weakness. Senior fitness science shows that when you actively work to strengthen legs after 60, posture improves, energy returns, balance and mobility increase, and the ability to prevent falls in elderly adults improves significantly. This isn't about pushing limits or becoming athletic, it's about staying capable and independent in daily life. Walking plays an important role, but it has limits. Walking maintains endurance, yet muscles adapt quickly, and without challenge they stop getting stronger. That's why so many people walk every day and still struggle with weak legs and instability. To truly rebuild lower body strength over 60, the legs need specific types of stimulus that go beyond repetition and comfort. In this video, you'll learn 5 science-backed strategies that go deeper than common advice. These approaches combine safe exercises for seniors, strength, power, and practical daily movements to improve balance and mobility without risky workouts. Once you understand how these pieces fit together, the way you think about movement, exercise, and aging is likely to change, and what comes next will show you exactly how to start applying that knowledge. 1. Progressive resistance training. Resistance training may sound intimidating, but in reality, resistance training for seniors is one of the safest and most effective ways to strengthen legs after 60. It simply means asking the muscles to work against resistance, whether that's body weight, a resistance band, or light weights, with controlled effort and no reckless movements. The goal isn't intensity, it's giving the muscles a clear reason to get stronger. Senior fitness science consistently shows that older adults respond very well to this type of training. Muscle strength increases, coordination improves, and everyday movements begin to feel more stable and confident. This isn't about building bulky muscles, it's about restoring function. When leg strength and aging start pulling in opposite directions, resistance training helps bring them back into balance. Even if strength feels limited or fatigue sets in easily, resistance work can still be highly effective. Research shows improvements not only in strength but also in energy efficiency, leading to better stamina and smoother movement throughout the day. These changes directly support efforts to improve balance and mobility and help prevent falls in elderly adults. Simple movements work best. Sitting down and standing up from a chair without using the hands, when possible, strengthens the thighs and hips in a way that directly translates to daily life. Resistance bands add gentle challenge by activating the muscles around the hips and knees. Wall squats offer a controlled progression, building strength safely when done for short sessions 2 or 3 times per week. Before starting any new routine, especially with joint issues or medical conditions, professional guidance helps ensure safety. Once resistance training becomes consistent, strength often returns sooner than expected, setting the stage for another crucial element of stability, power. 2. Functional power movements. Strength is important, but power is what helps you recover when something unexpected happens. Power is the ability to use strength quickly, and it declines faster than strength with age. This is why many people who feel strong still struggle with weak legs in seniors during sudden movements. If the legs can't react fast enough, balance becomes much harder to regain. In real life, there's no warning before a slip, trip, or missed step. The body has to respond immediately, and that response depends on power rather than slow, controlled strength. Research shows that improving power plays a key role in helping prevent falls in elderly adults by training muscles and the nervous system to work together efficiently. Power training doesn't involve jumping or risky movements. It's controlled and intentional. Standing up from a chair a little faster, while sitting down slowly, teaches the legs to generate force quickly while staying stable. This simple adjustment turns a familiar movement into one of the most effective leg exercises for older adults. Stair work and step-ups provide another practical option. Moving up and down a few steps while holding a railing improves lower body strength over 60 and responsiveness when done consistently. These movements don't take much time, but they encourage the legs to stay alert and reactive. Quality always matters more than speed. Controlled power builds confidence and reduces injury risk. When functional power movements are combined with resistance training for seniors, strength becomes more usable in daily life and naturally leads into the next essential layer of protection: balance-focused training. 3. Balance-integrated strength training. Balance isn't something you either have or don't have, it's something you practice. When strength training is combined with balance work, the effect is far greater than either approach alone. Senior fitness science consistently shows that this combination improves how the lower body functions in daily life and significantly reduces fall risk. For anyone dealing with weak legs in seniors, this kind of training can feel like regaining solid footing. Strength already supports balance by stabilizing the joints, but when balance is trained intentionally, the nervous system becomes more efficient. The brain learns how to coordinate muscles more precisely, which directly helps improve balance and mobility. Walking feels smoother, turning feels safer, and even standing still feels more secure because the body knows how to adjust. Simple movements work best here. Walking heel to toe along a hallway or near a wall trains balance in a controlled way. Standing on one leg while lightly holding onto a countertop or chair challenges stability without unnecessary risk. And even holding this position for a few seconds per side can lead to noticeable improvements over time. These remain safe exercises for seniors while still encouraging progress. Another powerful movement is the sit-to-stand with a slow return to the chair. Standing up normally, then lowering down as slowly as possible, strengthens the thighs and hips while training control and balance at the same time. This movement directly supports everyday tasks and plays a key role in preventing stumbles. Doing a few repetitions during routine moments, such as while watching television or waiting for water to boil, makes balance training easy to maintain. Consistency matters more than duration. A few minutes every day trains balance far more effectively than a long session once a week. As steadiness improves, confidence follows, and many people begin to notice that daily activities themselves can reinforce lower body strength over 60 when done with intention. 4. Functional daily movements. Strengthening the legs doesn't require a gym, special equipment, or perfectly structured workouts. Some of the most effective ways to strengthen legs after 60 are built directly into daily life. The difference lies in how those movements are performed. When everyday actions are done with awareness and control, they become powerful tools for building strength and resilience. Standing up from a chair is a perfect example. When done deliberately, with feet planted, posture upright, and minimal use of the hands, this simple movement becomes one of the best leg exercises for older adults. It strengthens the thighs and glutes, which are essential for climbing stairs, walking confidently, and getting in and out of a car. This is why it's often highlighted as a foundational movement for maintaining independence. Walking up gentle slopes offers another opportunity. Even a slight incline forces the legs to work harder than flat ground, helping counter weak legs in seniors without overwhelming the body. Carrying groceries safely and close to the body also strengthens the legs and core together, reinforcing real-world movement patterns that support leg strength and aging well. Most falls don't happen during workouts. They occur while reaching, turning, stepping off curbs, or carrying something awkward. Training functional movements prepares the body for these exact situations, which is why this approach is so effective at helping prevent falls in elderly adults. When movement starts to feel like preparation for life rather than a chore, consistency becomes easier, confidence grows, and the connection between strength and flexibility naturally becomes the next area to explore. 5. Stretching with strength. Stretching is often misunderstood, especially when it comes to addressing weak legs in seniors. Flexibility on its own won't rebuild strength, but when stretching is combined with strength work, the results can be remarkably effective. Strength provides the force needed for movement, while flexibility allows that force to be expressed smoothly and safely. When both work together, movement feels easier, less stiff, and far more confident, which is essential for anyone focused on leg strength and aging well. As the body ages, joints naturally lose range of motion. Hips become tighter, calves stiffen, and everyday actions like taking a longer step or turning quickly begin to feel restricted. This stiffness can quietly interfere with efforts to improve balance and mobility, even when muscles are strong. Senior fitness science shows that tight muscles limit how effectively strength can be used, which is why stretching works best as a partner to resistance training for seniors rather than a replacement for it. Simple, targeted stretches make a meaningful difference. Calf stretches help improve ankle control and walking stability and can be done easily at a kitchen counter by stepping one foot back and gently pressing the heel toward the floor for a short hold. Hip openers are equally valuable, whether performed seated or standing, because they restore mobility in areas that often feel locked or restricted. When done slowly and without forcing the movement, these remain safe exercises for seniors while supporting better movement quality. For those who prefer a more fluid approach, gentle yoga routines designed for older adults encourage controlled transitions, steady breathing, and supported positions that allow the legs to move through a fuller range of motion. This doesn't just feel good in the moment, it helps muscles work more efficiently during leg exercises for older adults, making strength training feel smoother and more stable over time. When strength and flexibility are trained together, movement becomes more confident, reaction time improves, and the body feels better prepared for unexpected situations. This combination doesn't just support mobility, it lays the groundwork for deeper benefits that extend beyond the legs and into overall long-term health. Science Spotlight Stories. This is usually the moment when people lean in a little closer, because the science here goes far beyond muscles. He often says, strong legs don't just carry your body, they support your brain too. And that's not a motivational quote, it's backed by senior fitness science. In one fascinating line of research, scientists found that leg power, not just leg strength, was closely linked to cognitive health and overall brain structure in older adults. In simple terms, people with stronger, more powerful legs tended to have healthier brains. That alone reframes why it matters to strengthen legs after 60. Think about that for a second. When someone works on lower body strength over 60, they're not only helping their balance or mobility, they may also be supporting memory, focus, and mental sharpness. This connection helps explain why people who stay physically strong often remain more independent and mentally engaged as they age. Weak legs in seniors don't just limit movement, they can quietly limit stimulation to the nervous system. Movement feeds the brain, and powerful leg movements seem to do that especially well. Another eye-opening study followed older adults who participated in heavy resistance training for seniors, done safely and under supervision. Years later, even after they stopped the structured program, many of those strength gains were still there. That's huge. It tells us that the body remembers strength. Investing time in leg exercises for older adults isn't just a short-term fix, it's like putting money in a long-term health savings account. The benefits linger, supporting mobility and helping prevent falls in elderly years down the road. He loves sharing this part because it breaks a limiting belief many people carry: if I didn't start earlier, it's too late now. The science says otherwise. Even later in life, the body adapts. Muscles respond. The nervous system learns. When safe exercises for seniors are done consistently, they don't just build strength, they build resilience. And once people understand that these changes can ripple into brain health and longevity, it naturally sparks curiosity about what's possible next. Now, take a second and really think about this. If you start applying even one or two of these ideas, resistance training for seniors, functional power movements, balance work, or smarter daily habits, how different could your life look 6 months from now? What would it mean to feel steadier on your feet, more confident getting up from a chair, or less worried about falling? Strengthening legs after 60 isn't about vanity or pushing limits. It's about protecting your freedom, your independence, and your peace of mind. Here's the honest truth. Knowledge only works if it's used. Senior fitness science gives us the roadmap, but you take the steps. So start small. Choose one safe exercise for seniors you learned today and make it part of your routine this week. Ask yourself, what's more important than being able to move through life on your own terms? How many everyday moments are you willing to get back by improving your balance, mobility, and lower body strength over 60? If this video helped you see weak legs in seniors differently, do me a favor, like this video, because it helps this message reach more people who need it. Share it with someone you care about. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications, because every week we dive deeper into practical science-backed ways to prevent falls in elderly adults and live stronger, healthier lives. And don't stop here. The next video on your screen continues this journey and shows you another powerful way to take control of your health. Click it now, your future self will thank you.